Welcome back. Well, today I have Dr. Ivan Ho, who is here on behalf of Pro Smiles OC. Well, welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Lisa.
Always smiling. Of course, it's your business, so you have to smile all the time, no matter what.
And life is good.
Life is good. Good. I'm glad to hear it and glad to have you here. Now, we are going to be talking about veneers, primarily, right? And how uninvasive it really is, and some things that you can do to help alter the amount of work that needs to be done.
That's correct, yes.
So tell me a little bit about the process and what people would expect to go through.
Sure. Today's purpose mainly, I want to address those who've always wanted to improve their smile or have that perfect smile, but were always afraid or heard stories that they would have to shave their teeth to a nub or very aggressive shaving, and they don't want to do that. So no longer do we have to do that. We can improve a smile without even touching a tooth, and no preparation, no shots, no drilling, or very minimum sometimes, depends on each situation.
Right, okay. Yeah. So for instance, if somebody wants just maybe a few teeth, would you just do a few teeth or do you do all the teeth?
That all depends on the situation. If I work on those few teeth, how would that affect the overall smile? Mm-hmm. Are the rest of them pretty bad looking? Or does the few would look really nice? I want to all blend in and make it harmonious. And the key is to make it look as natural as possible. Okay,
so what we are actually showing on the screen right now is someone who, a gal who you have already done, and her teeth look very crooked and lots of spaces in between.
Yes, she was one of those who always wanted a better smile, and she's got this amazing personality that always wants to smile, but she holds back a lot because she was always conscientious of her smile.
Okay.
But she heard horror stories of dentists shaving down the teeth to a nub or didn't want her teeth shaved down. So she heard about this technique, or we were able to create that smile for her without any shots, without shaving any part of the tooth, without Novocaine, no temporaries. Just designed it in a way to improve her smile with just putting some very thin veneers on top of that.
Wow. Okay. So it's a new kind of veneer that you have now that enables you to do this.
It's been around for a while, but the technology is always improving, and the material.
Okay. Great. Well, let's show an example of someone that you're working on right now.
Sure.
You have a gentleman who.
Yes.
Here is his smile before. And super, again, a very happy smile, great personality, but he's got some space and then sort of a funky tooth there on the bottom.
Yes, that's actually a retained baby tooth.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yes. So he's become a very soon-to-be famous TED Talk speaker.
Okay.
So he's always wanted a better smile. He had an underbite. He's seen several other dentists, and they want to do orthodontic jaw surgery to correct his underbite.
Okay.
And he wanted to keep the baby tooth as long as he could. So he heard about us. He came to us and said, Dr. Ho, what can you do? So we're able to do a mock-up workout for her. And actually, the case is being made right now. So I apologize, I do not have after photos.
Okay.
But I promise next time I'm on the show, I'll bring it.
All right, we'll take a look. All right, so what do you start with?
This is his situation. We took some impression molds or digital. So this is the exact duplicate of what his current situation is.
Okay.
His chief complaint was a space and his underbite. And again, you can tell he's a very happy person, but he was not able to really fully express his inner beauty.
Yeah.
So without having to do jaw surgery, which they wanted to break and move forward.
Oh gosh.
And so from this, I was working with a lab technician. They're able to do a workup mock-up, and this is how his final look's going to be. We corrected his overbite.
Well, now how did you correct his overbite?
By bringing the lowers in and bringing the uppers out a little bit.
So did you do that with braces or?
No, just all through veneers.
No kidding.
Yes. So we always want to see the end result before we start, so we have a direction to go by.
Okay.
Instead of just randomly prepare. So he saw these, he fell in love with them, said, okay, I'm ready to get started, let's do it.
Wow.
He came in, we did. Now, one tooth that was a little longer, this particular tooth right here, we did take it down just a little bit, just to make it a little more even. And we brought the baby tooth up. And so
So why did he want to keep his baby tooth?
It's more of a psychological, emotional thing.
Okay.
He knows that one day he will lose that, and at that time we'll probably replace it with an implant.
And what caused him to contain his baby teeth for so long?
Just that's the way he was made.
Oh, interesting. And it never fell out.
Never fell out.
That
yes.
is
And he
wild.
never had a permanent tooth on there.
Okay.
Which is not uncommon. We see that a lot of wisdom teeth and
Sure.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing that you can actually rearrange his line of teeth with just the veneers.
Yes.
Now, will it be a kind of an interesting adjustment for him, or will it be very natural?
It would be very natural because we're not moving the jaw at all, the jaw
Right.
position. His jaw is exactly the same, his bite would be exactly the same, except the teeth will be in a different position.
That is just amazing. That is great. Now, there's another gentleman that you helped out with. Well, I want to show his picture too, because everybody, everyone you start with is, very happy anyway, and now they just want better looking teeth. And he had a similar situation with spaces, but now look at his teeth.
Yes, oh, he's one of my happiest patients now. His whole personality changed. He's, I don't want to say, he's relatively young, in his late 50s, but he's never really dated or very shy. It just changed the whole personality.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he was showing me pictures of girls he's meeting, and he just changed his whole personality.
And I have to say that I think teeth are really important, and if you can take care of them, it's really important to do so, because like you said, it's one of the first things I think people see is they're looking at you, they're looking for a smile, and if you're not smiling, then for sure you're like, is that person not happy? Is something going on? But if they're smiling and they show a great smile, that's perfect, and great teeth. Now, one other thing I wanted to ask you about is the veneers. So you said they're thinner, so does that mean that your teeth may not look as large, which is okay, because sometimes in the past when you had veneers, they looked bigger?
Correct. Like I said, the key is to make it look as natural as possible. Not necessarily perfect, but natural and improved.
Okay.
So there are times where the teeth are, so every situation is different. If they're a patient whose teeth does stick out a lot, yes, we can either have two options. One, we can shave it down to make it more aligned, or two, orthodontically move that back. Take a couple months, move that back a little bit.
Gotcha.
Now we don't have to shave the teeth. Get the teeth in the perfect area. The difference now and in the past is the porcelain is much stronger and thinner, so we don't have to make it as thick as possible. In order to prevent that thick bulkiness, in the past we would have to shave the tooth down to compensate for that.
I see. Wow. Well, it's great to know that technology is keeping up with all of us, wanting to have, beautiful teeth. So I love it. Well, thank you so much for the information.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. If you want more information about this amazing process, you can always get in touch with ProSmilesOC.com, or you can call them on the number on the screen. We'll be right back.